got let's start off with this. Like, share, subscribe, join the channel, y'all. So you know this channel is about a whole bunch of messy mess. So we got politics, we got reality TV, we got stuff that I talk about, funniness, a little life, here and there. I may do a little tantrum, you don't know. I'm just an upbeat type of person, and I go off a little here and there. It depends on who in the comments that got something to say, and then usually somebody with some ignorant stuff. But if you come at me the right way, I may be nice, and I may not be. It depends. But long as we having fun over here, everybody getting along, and you enjoying what I'm talking about, and you join in and let me know, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel, y'all. I really do appreciate it, and thank you in advance. So let's get down to this messiness of the mess today, and we got Kamala Harris. So Donald Trump been in office for over 100 days now. So she was doing a speech, and as I read it, I was a little bit not really liking what she said, and I'm paraphrasing. So she mostly was like, after all the stuff that's been going on and the things that he has been doing, we need to come together and come together as one and work together and get through this. Um, yes, we do need to come together, but the issue is us not just coming together, but actually putting in the work and actions to make sure that we stop the things that he has done, because he has done a lot of stuff that is destroying this country. With the terrorists alone, that is destroying us in a way that just it's destroying everything. I said that tariff tax is destroying the United States. I think that destroyed the United States overall. It's like that's dominating us. Over that, we got him deporting people. He's deporting everybody. He's not just deporting so-called illegal immigrants. He's deporting citizens, and he deporting people who he keeping the children. He keeping the children that are born here, but he deporting their parents back to where they came from. But you're keeping the kids and putting the kids in foster care. I said that's not right. I said you're doing things that does not make any sense. But I said you're still here. Your family are still here. I said you ain't deport your wife. She's still here. You doing a lot of things that just doesn't make any sense. But if if Democrats and the rest of them don't get together to try to work something out to stop this administration from just destroying everything that has been put in place to protect the citizens, these next 3 years, we what are we gonna have to rebuild? What is there gonna be left to rebuild? Because we're in the hole with everything else. Because the debt is higher than higher, and then we just giving, like, you giving a lot of money to the army, which is crazy. But you got other things to deal with. But they gonna do what they gonna do, and hopefully things work out. This political stuff is draining most of the time, but it's interesting to me. But I hope it's interesting to y'all. But let's move on past that. Let's get into Giselle. So Giselle ended up sitting down with some podcasts where they talked to a lot of the different housewives and stuff like that, and some of the different reality stars. And they sat down with her, and she ended up talking about Atlanta Housewives, and she talked about the pistol. She said Pistol Girl, aka Brittany Britt, and she said Britt should have been fired on the spot for that. That was done to Kenya, and she said if it would have happened on Potomac, it wouldn't have happened on Potomac. I said, girl, you didn't did most. I said you didn't did a lot of things on Potomac that you should have been fired multiple times, but you're still on there, and we're still dealing with you. So I'm a little confused here. Like, make it make sense, Giselle. Like when you talk about Monique having an affair with her trainer, saying that baby of hers wasn't it. I said, what's going on? But Giselle always got something to say about somebody else instead of what she done did. But she's been safe because Andy liked her for this point. But move past that heifer. Let's move on to Dr. Heavily. So Dr. Heavily, after she seen the last episode of Atlanta, where Porsha said she would if Angela keep on being messy, she gonna have to sleep with Charles. She came out to get her one too. She said if that would have happened to her, and Portia said that about Daddy, it'll be up and stuck every time she see her on site. I said, girl. I said, girl, it's always. It's like you ain't gonna fight nobody. You ain't gonna fight nobody. Contessa already proved that this past season when she's getting ready to beat you up. And you said security. You said security, girl. You ain't fighting the grape. You got all mouth and no bark. Ah, girl. Heatherly is a mess. I can't stand her. But moving on past her, let's move on to my last one I got up. And this is a nurse. So this nurse ended up getting caught with her stepson in the living room, y'all. Buddy naked. I said, so the husband ended up coming back home. The husband does uh I wanna say it was it line dancing? He does some type of work where his schedule was he had to it's some type of line something. It didn't say specifically what it was, but he ended up had to come back home for something. And when he walked in, his wife and his 15-year-old son was in there getting it in. And all of a sudden, the son ran, grabbed his stuff and ran. She looked at shocked. He going off. The husband ended up taking his son his to one of his family members' house and keeping him there. Coming to find out, the stepmom ended up texting the son something explicit, saying that I wish that we wouldn't have got it interrupted, which caused that family member that the stepson was at to um turn that into the police, and now she has got arrested. And check this out, she's a nurse. So I said, so she groomed this young man for the last couple of months because he comes down to stay with his dad during the summertime and stuff, and he was down there, and she just she put the moves on him. She tried, she tempted, and everything, and the 15-year-old fell for it. So now she's in jail. Now she's arrested, charged with some charges, lost her nurse's license, and she gonna be doing some time. I said she's a nasty heifer. That's just ugh. And she never said why she did it or why she even went for the stepson, which is just disgusting. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. That's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.